Hey everybody, it's the Bluegrass Maniac here. Guy sent me a PM me the other day, and he said he was sending some people some messages. Just wanted to see what their go-to guns would be if you could pick an AR and a pistol for shit hits the fan or zombies, or just mainly the two guns that you would put your life on. Or you would what would you say, that you would bet your life on, two guns that you depend on to protect your life, that if you had to pick an AR and a pistol, the most dependable, if you grab two to go through hell with and bet your life on, what two guns would you pick? So I figured I'd go ahead and do this video. I'll try to do it decently quick because I had these two out, cleaning them up a little bit. First one's my pistol. This is a new Gen 4 Glock 17 that I've done the videos on. I got my sights and stuff in, put the Guardian trigger and stuff in it, and I put my light on it and the stainless Storm Lake barrel and stuff. I took it out, ran a couple hundred rounds through it, wanting to see how dependable it was. Make sure that being a Gen 4 that it didn't have any problems or anything on it, because some of the Gen 4s, they seem to have a few hiccups. This one I had no malfunctions, period. I think in around 240 rounds that I put through it, some 9mm ball and just a couple boxes of hollow point. But as you can see right there is a Storm Lake barrel, the Trijicon HD sights, which I'm a big fan of. Kind of wish I would have bought a front sight itself, just the sight itself with the yellow in it, to try it and see if I like it any better than the blaze orange. But the gun itself, like I said, it ran flawlessly. Yeah, anybody that wants to know anything about the trigger, this is my idea on the Guardian Glock trigger from GLOCK, or not GLOCK, but GlockStore.com. If you guys like Glock triggers, it's all OEM parts. Pretty much what they've done is they have put a minus connector in it. They put a reduced spring. I think it's might have been a reduced spring on the firing pin. Anyways, everything's OEM parts, and you could polish your own parts. Everybody knows that, and put a ghost connector and stuff in it. But I didn't want to fool with that. I wanted to set the whole setup. Well, the trigger, when you put it in there, is very crisp and clean break. Has a very positive reset. I mean, it's probably got one of the best resets I've ever felt. It's got a very, 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 very positive click, is all I can say. It's that positive. But it does put the poundage down lower than factory Glock trigger, but it's still, where it's a combat trigger, it's still not no 3.5 pound, 3 pound trigger. A lot of people say for defense you don't need that you want a 5 pound trigger, at least 6 pound. I'm different. I trust my finger enough that I'd like to have lower than that, but it does shoot really good. I do really like the trigger. You got a small bit of take up. As soon as you put your finger on the trigger and start to take up, you hit the wall of the trigger, and then that's it. But I really like it. But I do plan on buying a competition trigger to get lower weight out of it and put in it and just shoot to see if it holds up and everything, if I like it. I don't know what I'll do with it, but I do like the trigger. I really, really do like it. It's a good trigger. I just would like to have a lower pull weight. But that's my first gun. My second one is a gun you all seen before. It's my LMT MRP 10.5 inch barrel gun. It's still set up pretty much the same way at the moment. I got the Comp 3 on it that'll accept night vision. Troy sights on it. Scout 300 with the SR07 switch. Right now I got the Surefire MB556K brake, which if any of you guys out there are looking for one, I might make a deal on it, because I got a SOCOM suppressor coming for it, and the SOCOM 556 suppressor adapters, whatever you want to call them, brakes, they're different. Up in here, all this is different, and it makes it to where you don't get any carbon build up the way that the suppressor locks up onto the brake. So I can't run it on any of the two of these that I have. I have a pinnable one on my 14.5 gun, and then I have this one on this one. The pinnable one, I don't know. I've actually got an extra one of it, but the second one that I have that's on the gun will probably be runt when I take it off, so probably won't do no good on it. But anyway, we'll get back to the gun. Surefire 60 round casket mag. I think a lot of them. Mo Plus grip. I like the rubberized feeling because I like the ergo grips, but I don't like the color in their tans or nothing. They look like puke or something. About like the LMT Soft Mod stocks. They look like they're puke brown. They don't match nothing. I can't stand it. This is a brand new Voltor that I got in. Some people I know are running them, and I haven't never had any of them. I've looked at some, so I bought one and I put it on here, and it's solid as a rock. The only place you can tell that you can feel anything is in the latch where it goes up into the hose on the tube where it locks in. You can just barely feel a little movement in there, but that's if you grab it and shake on it. Other than that, it's solid as a rock. I'm a new fan of these stocks. I mean, I love this stock. I love the color of it. I love the design of it. I love everything about it. So it's going on this gun and it's staying. A couple other things I got on it. I have the Geisley SD3G trigger. In my ARs, I won't run anything but Geisley. Not saying there's not any other good triggers out there, because Wilson Combat, Timney, I can't think of the name. There's a million. And there's a lot of good triggers out there that I have used in other guns, and I owned a few that I did like, but I like Geisley. I trust them. This gun right here is pretty much the way it's going to stay. Add the suppressor and the suppressor brake on it later. But the only thing that I plan on doing to this gun is I do want a tan D-ball I squared to go on it. And yeah, I know y'all are looking at that little bitty rail saying, man, where are you going to put it? I can get it on top of there and move stuff around, trust me. But anyways, you know, that's pretty much the most of it. Those are the two guns that I would trust my life with if I had to go into the shit hits the fan. And these are the two guns that I'm going to take classes with this year. Plan on going to tactical response. You know, there's some guys here in town called Velocity Group. I may even check them out. I don't know a lot about them yet, but I definitely would like to go to one of tactical responses classes. Noom C23 and That's It Easy. They got some guys over in, I think, North or South Carolina, where they're from. Solo Defense. I wish I could get over there and train with them. I like watching their videos. Those guys seem to be pretty good. So we'll just have to wait and see what prices of ammo and all this stuff goes with the market, because I'm not gonna spend a lot of casing down range there and burn up that ammo and then have to cost me $1,000 for 1,000 rounds of 5.56 right now. So I'm just not going to do that. So we'll wait and see. But there you go, quick head to toe of it. Voltor E-Mod. I think they call it the Clubfoot, possibly. It's got the battery storage on it. Got the cheek welds with the storage compartments, which I like. I keep my NFA paperwork in. MOE Plus grip. Geisley SD3G trigger. Magpul bad lever. One thing I am going to change out, I can't think of the name of it, but the magazine release button. They have a button that's kind of, I want to call it myself, I want to nickname it the waffle button. You know, it's a kind of a square. It's a pretty good sized button that fills up the whole square there. I really like it. I can't remember who made it. I'd like to put one of those on it and try it. But Comp 3, 2 MOA, impact weapon components, sling mount. I put it up there because it has the limiter in it. You know, it doesn't go, but every little click, it doesn't spin freely. It keeps the sling where you want it. SR07 switch, Surefire Scout 300, MB556 muzzle brake, Surefire, VTAC, Coyote 10, VTAC sling that I'm running on it. The Tango down, I own two of them. They're on my 14.5 gun and my 10.5 gun. Those are coming off. Put them on something else that I have to mount a sling on, like my 22 or something. I'm going to put the Noveski QD end plates in there, and then I'm going to re-stake it because I've got all the stuff here to stake it and everything. PRI gas buster charging handle. Just main regular stuff, man. I know everybody's seen a lot of this stuff, but a guy asked me what two guys I would bet my life on, and these are them. The barrel, the gas block stuff's pinned on these, which, by the way, I'm waiting on my reamer. I did do the drilling out with the pin jig on my Voltor gas block for my 14.5 gun, but after you drill it, you have to have a reamer, 2/0 or 2 degree, I don't know what it is, but it's a taper for the taper pin where one size is smaller than the other. I'm waiting on it to come in from Brownells, or actually Midway, and then whenever it comes in, I put a one of the handles off a tap and die set on it. It's like a smooth looking drill bit, but it's tapered. You put it down in the hole and you taper it a little bit and ream it out, and then you take your pin and check it, and you want the pin to seat so far down in it, and then once you get it so far down in it and get it ready, then you can drive it the rest of the way in it, and you got a pin gas block. So I'm going to do a lot of work to my 14.5 gun. I'm going to put either a Geisley rail if I can get one here soon, or one of the new Knights armament rails on it. I'd like to have the Geisley so that way I don't have to buy the Knights armament tool. But I do like the URX rail quite a bit, the new one they've got out. So I might put it on that gun, and thinking about having one or both of them Cerakoted and do some fancy work to them, because they're two of my favorite guns. But I'll back off here and give you all just a little quick picture there and tell me what you guys think. Thanks.